They might say, yeah, well, I've tried. But when you have a direct question, so what did you love about the product? You're going to get a kind of a reaction of, gee, well, I noticed that it comes from Whole Foods, or, you're going to get a positive reaction. But the point I'm making is, these tools exist. And these little videos, if you're feeling a little fearful of these new products and not quite sure where they fit in, and you're not really sure, how to share them, use these little videos. I'm going to do that today. I'm not going to talk a lot. I'm going to actually let the video do the talking in terms of the product. Right, so let's look at botanical balance. You'll just notice from an African point of view that there are two names on botanical balance. Botanical healthy balance is just a regulatory requirement that we have in Nigeria, so that's why it's called that, but it's exactly the same product. And it's exactly the same product as glucose balance in the rest of the world. It's purely regulatory requirements in terms of the name. So what are we balancing? We're balancing our blood sugar. All of us have blood sugar. We have to have it. But it's the fact that it's out of balance and up and down and fluctuating that is the negative side of that aspect. So that is what we're balancing. And you'll see there that we're using botanicals, plants, edible plants, spices and seasonings, that some of us eat, some of us don't, but we don't have them in the concentrations that are so impactful that they actually help our body to work better. So why is this important? Well, in Africa, we have look at the numbers, in fact, around the world in general, these numbers don't look good. Because our blood sugar up and down ultimately can result in diabetes. That is the lifestyle disease that we would want to try and combat, not to treat, to try and prevent. And so you can see that we're not doing well at all, in fact, in Africa. So we have a huge opportunity to talk about this product in this part of the world. Right, so who should we talk to about the product? Everyone. Young or mature, because this blood sugar issue is actually hitting us and our children and our teenagers. It's not about mature onset diabetes. If we could end up with diabetes. In fact, they changed the name of diabetes. It used to be called late onset or mature onset because it tended to happen to your grandmother or your elderly parent. Now it's happening to the youth. They've shelved those names. It's called type 2 because it's right across the spectrum. So you can read those things. Anyone eating a Western diet, what is a Western diet? It's a change from our traditional diets. We're eating away from the home more often. We're having other people prepare our foods more than we do it ourselves. We obviously catering to convenience, shelf life. So we're going to have things like artificial flavorings and colorings and preservatives. All those things, salt and sugar, are creeping into our foods. That's sort of typically what a Western diet is all about. And I think you can see just from some of those comments there that these conditions that we have, these lifestyle conditions, don't happen on their own. Blood pressure, cholesterol, being overweight, having sugar issues, all combine. They all conspire with each other. So we have to start addressing them from all sorts of different angles. So let's just see, I've got a couple of little testimonies from different people, just to give you a sense that people are using the products. And just look at some of those little benefits that they're having there. First of all, pre-diabetic, meaning they've been warned, there's something going on, that's a red flag already. So that person needs to think about looking out for their blood sugar. But look at the benefits that they had, and look at the end there, and I've lost weight. Because what these botanicals are doing is they're making sure that our bodies and our cells behave properly, that they respond to our blood sugar properly. So we're not going to get any more technical than that. What it actually results in is that we don't become fat storers, but fat users. If we look at the next one, this is we just redesigned because we actually put this one on one of our social media posts. But here Andy, for example, is actually on insulin, but he was responsible about his condition and it helped his glucose levels, and look what else it did. It helped his blood pressure and his cholesterol for that matter. So all intertwined. People are getting results from these products because they're using them. Aisha as well, insulin resistance, meaning she's got an issue with her sugar and her insulin, and she's got a family history of diabetes. That's a red flag. That means, don't let me set myself up, don't let me pull the trigger, let me watch what I'm doing so that I don't actually end up following the pattern the rest of the family did. And look what she also did, she lost weight. So even if you don't, we're not looking to treat diseases as we always say. We will meet them along the way, of course. But even the effect of weight loss. You meet people every day. Maybe you're one of them who's tried everything and you simply can't shake the weight. It's possible that your blood sugar levels are a little fluctuating. Not a disease yet. Maybe your insulin isn't working properly. Botanical balance could well sort that out for you. So there's an opportunity. We don't have to go looking for sick people, but someone who's just battling with their weight. How about some botanical balance? So let's have a look at the video.